Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of the E1 Sentry Advisor Remote Monitoring System Training Series. Today we're going to be showing how to add a site. So if you haven't already, I would suggest viewing the training video that covers the account hierarchy and the account navigation. And that just talks about, in general, how you set up your account, what the different account groups are and accounts, and how you can arrange those to basically create the hierarchy of your account. All right, and so we're going to be navigating through some of that, and that video helps to kind of explain some of that navigation and some of the screens that we're going to see here today as we add a site. So another thing to be aware of is that one of the things you need to do before you add a site, one of the questions it's going to ask when we add the site is which modem do you want to pair to that site. So it's imperative that you have a modem in this account that's in the inventory of this account that you want to add to the site. So there's a video on that as well that shows how you get the modem into this account. And I will explain that a little more when we get to that step in the addition of the site. So in this case, I'm adding a site to this new account that was created. And that also is a training video where we talked about how to add a new account. So this new account has currently no sites found. Now, just like adding a user or adding an account, there's the green icon in the bottom right. And if we click on that, you'll see we get a pop-up here. Another icon pops up. And if we read that, it says bulk create. Now, what that does is for sites, it's possible that you may have a list of many sites that would be very tedious to add one at a time. So if you have certain information relative to the site, the name, the address, a contact, things of that nature, this bulk create will download a template that you can pre-populate with all that information for as many sites as you need to. And then after you do that, it will ask you to re-upload that saved file, and it will have the effect of creating that many sites. However many sites were on that spreadsheet will create that many sites for you basically with one click. So it's a handy way to add a lot of sites at one time, as long as you have all the information up front and get that information into a file. So for this exercise, we're not going to do that. We're just going to add an individual site, but the information is the same as what you would need to add to that file, and the process is similar to what you would have to do if you're doing a bulk upload. So here we're going to say add a site. Now, you're going to get a series of questions that pop up here that need to be answered. So in this case, how many pumps? This is a simplex. What type of panel? Now, this is relative to Advisor alone. So is this a standard or an advanced panel? We'll say advanced. And now here's the step that I mentioned before where it says which modem. Now, if you don't have a modem in there yet and you just want to add the site, you can do that. You can skip this step. But at some point, you're going to have to come back and add the modem, or else you haven't completed the actual activation and completion of adding a site. So we had previously moved a modem into this account for this exercise. So if I click the drop down, I'll see that there's a modem in there. I click on that and I say set. And the next screen asks if I want to add this to a site group. That's another option that has to deal with notifications. We will cover that in a separate topic. So for now, I'm going to skip that. And then it comes up with a tab to enter information on this new site that we've just created. So now I'm going to just add in some information. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that this form is smart, like many modern web page forms. It can be pre-populated with information if you have certain information stored on here. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to enter the E1 site address. I will put in New York, and this is important because based on this address, it's going to calculate the GPS coordinates to throw this site onto a map. So once you have the address in there and it's correct, you come down to the map and you say calculate the map coordinates. And voila, you just added the site to the map. All right, now you'll notice that this generically just puts the icon somewhere on the E1 property. If you know exactly where that panel is, you can actually grab the map and drag it so that the pin will say that our panel's right there, right? And after you do that, you'll notice the latitude and longitude update real time to reflect the input from the map, and that information is now correct. So if I can say set, gives you a little summary window of all the information that we just created. I will say save to that, and once I do that, you will see a new site get populated into this site list, and currently it says no modem. That just needs to be refreshed, and you will see the modem show up there. So there is the new site that we just added to this new account, and if you click on it, you will see there's all the information. Now, provided everything was done correctly and there's power on and the modem has made a connection with the cellular network, if you were to start activating the pump and running cycles and simulating alarms, you would instantly be able to see that information on this new site that you just added to the new account under Sentry Advisor. And just a quick little sidebar, if you click on the site map, because we specifically put that icon in a very specific location on the map, you can see, and it gives you a little status and location of where it is on the map. So it's a nice little feature if you have a large population of sites that you want to look at on a map to see where there may be trouble in your population. So that covers the topic of how to add a site. Hopefully you found this useful. Please check out our other videos in this series which cover the many other facets of Sentry Advisor and beyond. I look forward to speaking with you very soon.